Hello everyone, welcome to Under the Covers. Today I am not going to be doing a book review. I am going to be doing a book talk tag. Yes, got it right. I've had like 7 takes of that part, just that part, and I finally got it right. Today I'm going to be doing a book talk tag, and I stole this tag from Whitneyleemilam, and I'm going to post a link to her channel in the doobly-doo. That's the description for all you non-nerd fighters out there. Whitney has some pretty cool videos. I enjoy them. She's funny, and she's also very insightful. So if you want to go over there and check out her videos, wait till this one is done, and then go do it. So there's 7 questions in this book talk tag. So I'm going to get right into it. Question number 1. What are you reading right now? Well, I'm not reading anything right now because I'm doing this video, but the books I'm currently reading are, like everyone else, A Game of Thrones by George R.R. Martin and Peter and the Shadow Thieves by Dave Barry and Ridley Pearson. It's the second book in the Peter and the Starcatchers series. I actually just posted a link to my review of the first book in the series. Question number 2. What's on your to-read list? There's a lot of books on my to-read list because every year I put 52 books on a list, of the books I want to read that year, and I usually don't get to all of them. So there's a lot of books on this list, but just a few of them are No Safety in Numbers by Dana Lawrence, or Lawrence. I don't know how to pronounce her name. Or his name. I don't even know if it's a boy or a girl. Dana's a boy or a girl's name. But anyways, also American Gods by Neil Gaiman. This Is How You Lose Her by Junot Diaz, and Dead-Eye Dick by Kurt Vonnegut. And that's just a few of the books I plan on reading this year. Question number 3. What genres do you prefer? Well, I like to read from a lot of different genres, fiction, nonfiction, sci-fi, fantasy, the usual, but I prefer reading a lot of fantasy and science fiction, but I also really like a lot of young adult lit too, so I would have to say that, young adult lit or science fiction fantasy. Question 4. What are some must-have books in your library? I do have a pretty big library of books in my house, but some must-have books, I would say, I guess this is all perspective or preference. I could say Ender's Game, and a lot of people would be like, oh, well, I don't like sci-fi. And then I'll say, well, you're stupid because Ender's Game is a great book. But seriously, though, some must-have books in my library. Definitely Catcher in the Rye. It's my favorite book of all time. I have 2 copies of it, one that stays in my bookshelf and one that stays on my nightstand. So I gotta say Catcher in the Rye. Breakfast of Champions or Sirens of Titan by Kurt Vonnegut. Those are 2 of his best, I think. I also got to say the Harry Potter series because, I love Harry Potter. Who doesn't love Harry Potter? Also, Ender's Game. Ender's Game is really good as well. So I gotta say those. And also Fahrenheit 451 by Ray Bradbury. Just some of the classics, really. Question 5. Sorry, I have a list. The list is right here. I keep looking down at it. But anyways, question 5. 3 favorite authors. Well, I don't know. I want to say Joe Mino because I love Hairstyles of the Damned, and I really enjoyed The Boy Detective Fails and Tender as Hellfire, but I haven't read his full collection of works. I can't say I've really read any author's full collection of works. So I'd have to say, from what I've read, I really enjoy Kurt Vonnegut. I gotta put J.K. Rowling on there because the Harry Potter books are tremendous in my opinion, and I gotta put Joe Mino in there too as well because I really enjoy his novels. And it'd also be kind of weird not to put J.D. Salinger on that list because Catcher in the Rye is my favorite novel of all time. So I'd say it's a toss-up between any of those, four. And also John Green. How could I forget John Green? So, there's so many authors that I can't really pick three favorites. I can pick a list of 5 or 6 that are interchangeable, mostly. Question 6. Guilty pleasure books. I really don't have a guilty pleasure because I'm not ashamed with the things I like. But if I were to pick a guilty pleasure book, I guess some of the Star Wars Expanded Universe books. I haven't read anything in the Expanded Universe in quite some time, but it's not thought-provoking fiction, like Invisible Man or Catcher in the Rye or some of these other classic novels. But it's not throwaway fiction. It's entertaining and it's fun. You can't do I guess you could do full research projects or in-depth essay analysis on it. But it's not essentially what would be seen as great literature. So I guess I could put that on there. Maybe even the Percy Jackson books because it's entertaining and it's fun. But then again, it's not exactly high literature or elite literature. But I don't care. I don't worry about that crap. So maybe those books. Question 7. Wait. Oh. No. Okay, there we go. Question 7. That's the camera. Thoughts on current trends in literature. I guess this is not so much directed at literature as it is to films, but these films that keep these books that keep being made into films, and then everyone all of a sudden loves it. I'm not anti-bandwagon or anything. People get into things at certain times. But seeing a movie and then reading the book, I think it takes away the creative abilities of a person because, they see the movie and then they read the book and, that kind of takes some of the magic out of the book because you don't have to create your own image. The film does that for you because I know from, my own experiences reading like Harry Potter, I watched the first 4 movies and then I read the first 4 books. And then when Order of the Phoenix came, when I came to me reading Order of the Phoenix, I created my my own complete image of everything. And, I found that, I found that experience, much better than, watching the movie, reading the book. And, I think that kind of kills it for people. It kills, that creative element of reading a book. And also Game of Thrones, I'm reading it right now, and so many people love the show, and then they read the book, and I think if they read the book first before watching the show, their image of it might be completely different because there is so much going on in this book, and this is almost getting into a review here, but every chapter is a different character, and there's so many characters' names being thrown at you and thrown around, and there's so much history, like back history, and then there's so much current story going on, and sometimes I'm just like, oh my god, what am I reading? And people they just blow through these books, and I think that's because they've seen the show first, and then they go and read the books, so they already know what's going on, and they don't have to create their own image of a character. They already have an understanding of the story, so it's, they know everything that's going to happen or that might happen. So it's not, they don't have to think as much as when they read it. And I think, that's not a knock on the books or people for that matter, but this whole transition from creating a film out of a book and taking away the creativity of a person's mind of what they want things to look like or be like. So I guess that's really it. And also teen paranormal romance novels. I just don't get it. I really don't. And when I read Twilight, maybe that'll help me. So with that said, those are my 7 questions. If you've done this tag, let me know in the comments. Also, the usual like, subscribe, that whole nonsense. If you dislike this video, if you dislike my opinions, go ahead and dislike the video, and let me know why. So with that said, that's all I have for this book talk tag. So thanks for tuning in.